help ward off possible mental health issues. Kristen Carpenter has the story.
On Monday night, one Greek organization raised awareness by holding an informative presentation on mental health. Delta Sigma Theta sorority gave facts about mental illness and common issues college students face, such as depression, anxiety, and eating disorders. One member of this sorority tells us how this information is helpful to college students.
My crown of dart is particularly important to us as students because many students deal with stress and family problems and other issues while they're attending school, so it's important that they know how to cope with these issues, and that's what our event is typically about tonight.
Organizers want students to know that they are not alone when facing these issues.
I want people to know and understand that it's okay to have issues, and it's okay also to seek out and get help about it. So don't just stay at home and, kind of dwell on it. Just know that it's okay to get counseling, and it's perfectly normal.
Hopefully it will open up their minds to being available for help, knowing what resources there are on campus and off campus, being able to identify certain illnesses or symptoms of certain illnesses when they see them in their family members or community members, and being able to get them help and not have a stigma attached to mental health issues.
And for students who feel they need help, counseling is not far away.
We want the SAVE Project and personal counseling area to be a place where students can come whenever they're feeling stressed out or overwhelmed and understand mental health issues and understand that they're not alone.
Kristen Carpenter, Troy, TrojanVision News.
If any student feels they are in need of mental health counseling, they can contact the SAVE Project at 670-3700.
And the Deltas also collaborated with Troy's fashion troupe La Couture this afternoon in efforts to promote their fashion show that will take place tomorrow evening. Xavier Harris has the story.
In an effort to display unity amongst campus organizations, Delta Sigma Theta sorority and La Couture fashion troupe came together to host a midday mixer for students in preparation for the Fashion Club show and the remainder of Delta Week.
We had hot dogs and drinks and just come out in fellowship with the student body. I just think that it's important for us student organizations to get together and collaborate because we're all working towards the same mission.
We just believe in helping out different organizations. We're all about, community service here and there, and we just feel like it'll be a great event to come out to show advertising for our show tomorrow and also to better promote our show and to sell tickets.
And as one former La Couture member explains her excitement about tomorrow's show, she's looking forward to how the troupe will deliver this year's theme.
I will actually be in the crowd for the first time this semester.
So you know exactly what to look for tomorrow during the fashion show?
Yes, sir, I do. The different hairstyles, the different walks, and the concepts or the themes that they're going to have this semester.
And unlike most shows this troupe has displayed over the years, La Couture member Samir Beverly explains that this show has a much deeper meaning than the others because of the seriousness of social events that have affected so many lives.
Just expressing my fashion through different themes and different styles and just portraying different meanings. Our show, the different scenes in the show will have all have personal meanings, so they'll get a taste of fashion as well as supporting different events that happen throughout the years.
Xavier Harris, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Delta Sigma Theta sorority will host an AIDS rally tomorrow from 3 to 5 on the social quad, and the fashion show will take place tomorrow evening in the Trojan Center ballrooms at 7 o'clock p.m.
And winter is right around the corner, but another season has folks getting ready, and that, of course, is flu season. Free flu shots are available for the students at the Student Health Center. The center is located on the first floor of Hamill Hall. No appointment is needed for students to get their flu shot from the health center, and students can show up anytime between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. to get their shot. And if any students have any questions about the flu shots, they can contact the Student Health Center at 670-3452. And once again, the health center is located on the first floor of Hamill Hall.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Out of Montgomery, former two-year college chancellor Bradley Byron of Fairhope and Orange Beach businessman Dean Young are facing off in the Republican runoff in the 1st Congressional District. The polls in the Southwest Alabama District are open until 7 o'clock tonight.
And in Fayette County, a former school system employee has been ordered to spend 6 months in jail as part of a 20-year sentence on a charge of having sex with a student. A prosecutor says 46-year-old Michelle Coker Taylor pleaded guilty to the charge. She has worked in the Fayette County High School lunchroom.
And in Wetumpka, Alabama, Attorney General Luther Strange has announced that a county coroner and a funeral home director accused of violating ethic laws has been arrested. Strange did not offer details about the investigation that led to the indictments against Elmore County Coroner Timothy Elson and Yancey Joe Mitchell III.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the Troy football team was plagued by penalties in their football game against ULM. Mitchell Spoon will explain more when he joins us with sports. Now Mitchell Spoon joins us with sports. So Mitchell, the football team was in action this past Thursday and didn't exactly have the best of luck, but they'll have their chance at revenge this Thursday, but until then there's plenty of other opportunities to watch plenty of Trojan teams in action.
That's right, Courtney. We have a volleyball match tomorrow actually against South Alabama at home, and the men's and women's golf teams both completed their first rounds in their golf tournaments. But I'll let you know how they did right now in sports. In the loss to ULM, it wasn't a lack of offense that players and coaches say lost the game. They blamed it on the penalties. All throughout the game, the Trojans were flagged time and time again with penalties ranging from false starts to personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conduct. One Troy player was flagged twice, and the penalties resulted in that player being ejected from the game. In all, Troy was penalized 11 times for a total of 115 yards compared to ULM being penalized 5 times for 40 yards. Quarterback Corey Robinson understands that penalties stall drives, but says the team is preaching discipline.
Kill ourselves like that. I mean, we already have a hard enough time winning football games as it is, in the last second and in the last minute and stuff like that. So we talked about, man, we got to quit killing ourselves, man. Even though we got out of that one where we lost 40 yards or whatever it was, that's just a tough situation to put your football team in. That swaps, field position, to the fullest, even if we were on the 5 and got dropped back all the way to our 45. It's just little things like that, undisciplined things that we can't do, and that's what we talked about, and what we're going to have to do this week is just be a disciplined football team, change our whole mentality, about how people carry themselves in the game, and play by the rules, and we just got to deal with what the refs call.
Trojans will look to minimize the penalties against the Raging Cajuns on Thursday. Kickoff is set for 6:30 and will be televised on ESPNU. And the volleyball team came away this past weekend 0-2 against the state of Louisiana, falling to ULL in 3 sets and turning around and taking ULL to 5 sets before losing to them as well. These losses add to Troy's losing streak and brings the team's total to 7 losses in a row. The Trojans haven't won a match since October 13th when they shut out ULM at home in Trojan Arena. But the road ahead might give the Trojans some comfort. The Trojans are 5-3 at home this season, and luckily for Troy, they played their next 3 matches at home, beginning with South Alabama. Earlier in the season, Troy went to Mobile and came away with the shutout. The Trojans and the Jaguars are set to play tomorrow inside Trojan Arena. First set is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. And on Monday, the Troy men's golf team completed the first round of the Eagle Osprey Intercollegiate at Deerwood Country Club in Jacksonville, Florida. After battling tough course conditions, the Trojans are in 7th place with a 4 over par. In the lead for the Trojans is junior Philip Brennan, who shot a 4 over par and tied for 10th place. Fellow junior Jake Tucker shot 5 over par and is tied for 16th. Another junior, Tover Dozier, is set for 27th after shooting a 6 over par. Freshman Jared Betcher came away with a 7 over par and is tied for 27th. The final round began earlier today. And the women's golf team completed their first round of the Steelwood Collegiate Invitational in Lochley, Alabama on Monday and came away in a 3-way tie for 2nd place alongside of South Alabama and Western Kentucky. Junior Cindy Conrad, who was playing in just her 2nd tournament of the fall, shot a 77, which placed her in a tie for 6th place. Fellow junior Langley Vanoy and freshman Becca Horner both shot a 78 each and tied them both in 9th place. Another junior, Taylor McGraw, shot an 80 in her first round and tied for 20th place, while freshman Fatima Fernandez Cano tied for 30th after shooting an 83. The Trojans also began their 2nd round earlier today. So, Courtney, Christina, hopefully the Trojans can bounce back from that ULM loss and get the win against the Louisiana Lafayette team on this Thursday. And of course, we hope that the Trojan volleyball team can end that 7-game losing streak tomorrow when they take on South Alabama.
Exactly. I know the football team is probably working really hard to bounce back from that loss last week, and also best of luck to the volleyball team.
so much.
Thank you.